morning everyone, Carol here from Oak House Journals. Thank you so much for joining me. A big hi and hello to my current subscribers and a very, very warm welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you each and every one of you for watching my videos and supporting me in my creative endeavours. It really is appreciated. Thank you. I had planned that the next video I would post would be the next in the mini-series. Sorry, I just had to get this off the side table. The next in the mini-series on my mini trifold journals and decorating and completing the journals. However, I don't know if you're like me. Occasionally I see something on YouTube or have an idea and I just get so fired up about it. I am desperate to have a go and make it and have a play. And this weekend was definitely one of those weekends. I saw something on YouTube and I just couldn't resist. So I gave rein to my creative mojo, and this is part of what I created this weekend. As you can see, they are boho journals. Boho beads for boho journals. Absolutely nothing new. They aren't something that's new to me, other than I have never made them before. I've watched other people make them, I've seen them, I've even been gifted one, but I've never made them myself, and I decided this weekend that I would do. The reason being that I am doing a swap with somebody, and I thought that I would include some boho beads in that swap, and also I thought that I would make a few as giveaways. So these are what I created, and I have to say I'm quite pleased how they turned out for a first attempt. I followed Jackie Chimes's tutorial. It's a 4-video series on how to make these, and thank you so much, Jackie. It was so detailed and explicit. I had no trouble at all. I do have to own up that it was a bit of a love-hate process making these. I got glue everywhere. I was using my 3-in-1 beacon fabric glue, and everybody will know how gloopy it gets, but yeah, it was all right. I think at each stage I liked making the beads a little bit better, and then by the end, as I say, I'm quite happy with how these turned out. So these are the two that will be included in my swap. And you're probably thinking, so she spent all weekend making those? Well, no, of course not. You know what we're like as crafters. I made these. So very quickly, this fabric here on all of these was a scarf that I bought on a whim, really, on the spur of the moment. And then it was one of those purchases that when I got home, it was like, laws, what did I buy that for? And I have to say, it was absolutely perfect for making these boho beads. It was multicoloured chiffon, and it had this fluffy thread running through it. So it was absolutely ideal. I've used a mixture of pearls and glass beads. And believe it or not, there are pearls underneath here, because on most of these I put 2. But then when I was wrapping the silk scarf round it, these beads, those beads next to the pearls got lost. And that happened time and time again. And I just went with the flow, really. So we have 2 purple glass beads on that one at the top and bottom. Well, that will show. Then these are big chunky pearls, and these dangles here, I think I've mentioned before, came off a necklace that I found in a thrift shop years ago, and it literally has hundreds of these little chains dangling down, and they've got sequins threaded through the chains. I really hope that this is a machine-made necklace. I've never seen one like it. It's ideal for crafting because I just cut a few of these off and loop them onto a jump ring, and they make nice dangles and charms. But I hate to think of somebody threading all those sequins onto the chains. Here we go. These two, that one's got, these are very dark blue beads, glass beads, and so I put some glass beads on the bottom as my dangle. These are green, as you can see, and there was one single bead left over, so I put that one on the bottom. And this is what all of them looked like. I put 2 beads there. These were the same size. This is obviously one that I did earlier on because I didn't take the silk chiffon scarf all the way down. There's another one here using the same scarf. This one was clear glass beads. I quite like that one actually, with the dangle on the bottom. Just keeps that delicate. This one, this was where I was getting to the end. I didn't have any of that chiffon silk scarf left. I didn't have any seed beads that particularly toned in, and so I just kind of went with the flow. I added these oval beads, glass beads on the bottom, to try and pick up the blue of that little bit of sari silk that I had in my stash, and then I threaded round green beads on that one. This was a lovely piece of raw silk that I had in my stash. Again, just a tiny little bit, so I used it on this bead. And to complement the seed beads, I've just used some purple, a light purple and a darker purple glass droplet on there. And I love this little tiny one. Again, 2 of the green beads there, and more of those dangles, all very much the same. Bit wonky, that one, in terms of the cap. I am not a jewellery maker by any means, but I do like having a go. So that bead cap is not on there quite straight. This one was a lovely piece of, as you can see, some burgundy raw silk that I had in my stash, and I've used a purple glass droplet to pick up the glass beads, purple glass beads, top and bottom, and then this ready one to pick up the burgundy raw silk there. Then these 2 pale pink big pearls. This was sari silk, put on a little bit of eyelash trim, and then this time I wrapped the wire with the seed beads on all the way down and then all the way back up. On these ones, as you can see, I've just wrapped the wire once on the way down, and then I put some flat, if I can hold that up to the light, some flat pearls on the bottom for my dangles. These 2, again, pale pink sari silk that I hand dyed, little tiny mauve, if you will, or lilac seed beads, and then an oval glass bead with a tiny lilac seed bead on the bottom for those. These are, as you can see, smaller in size than these other ones. I thought that these might go on my little mini trifold journals, but they're a bit chunky. Nevertheless, I made an extra one with this very soft, almost fluffy, it reminds me of a mohair jumper actually, this eyelash trim. It's very fine, and I wrapped some yellow sari silk and beads around this one and put a little couple of glass beads on the bottom. And the idea with this particular one was to include it as a thank you to the lady that has placed this reserved order for this mini trifold. I think it's a bit big to, you could probably have it on the outside spine as a dangle, or maybe tied to the sari silk when it's wrapped around the cover. But I will put that in anyway for a thank you to this lady, and she can use it as she will. Okay, so you are probably thinking, my laws, she spent all weekend just making those few beads, but I didn't. What really started off my creative mojo this weekend and got me fired up were these. And if you've seen Mountain Girl's tutorial on these lace tabs, then my goodness, I bet you were as fired up as I was. The little dangles come off that one. I just saw the tutorial and absolutely fell in love with these. They are amazing to make. I've made a variety of them. I spent all afternoon making these and loved every minute of it. These are most definitely my cup of tea. Boho beads, yep, great. But these, wow, I just love them. So I'm going to bring my camera back up again and just try and show you these as best I can. They are a little bit delicate, so they might not show too well on this camera. These are just normal 1-inch paper clips. I've put little dangles on the bottom, either glass beads or pearls. There's a rose on this one and a tiny stamp on that one. This is another one along the same vein with a little bit of French book text on that. 2 little pearls, and on the back a little loop of lace, again with a rosebud. They're all very much the same. This one, same as the last one, slightly different orientation on this one, and I've put a little snippet, flower snippet on there. This one I've included, let me turn it round, a little bit of book page, trapped under some lace, tiny little image of a magnolia there. My camera's not going to focus, sorry. 2 little pearls, and on the back some pink sari chiffon snippet and a tiny rose cut from some lace that I have. And another one. I just got so carried away making these. I was having so much fun. It really was my cup of tea. And that's the other side of that one. And then I have on my to-do list to make a very rough, slightly grungy, shabby chicy, slightly distressed kind of journal when I can get a chance to do it. And so I've made these 2 to go in that journal in due course. So this is a home rusted safety pin with a purple glass bead. This is a tiny mother of pearl button in the shape of a flower. I only had a couple of those. I'm struggling to find any more because, as you know, most of my mother of pearl buttons are round or star shaped, but I absolutely love these. They're very delicate, so I'm on the lookout for those. And then that's the back, again snippet of book page and lace. And then this is the second one to go in this distress journal in the future. A little bird image on the back, same bead, and then a little label there with some numbers on. So you know me, I like a challenge. These, as I say, that's slightly over 1 inch. The paper clips were 1 inch. And then I decided to make some specifically for my mini trifold journals. And I was going to make them on the Tim Holtz paper clips, the mini ones, but that really was, or they were, way too small for my chubby mitts to handle. So I decided I would do them on these coilless safety pins, which are just over 1/2 inch. So there's my little pearls, dangles on that one, and that's the other side. A little bit of lace, fussy cut, to give me that flower, and then I've, way off camera there, sorry about that, a little bit of lace. And what I've done with that one is I've sewn in the centre a tiny little green seed bead. Then this one, again, 2 glass beads, a little rose and book print, book page. This one, I've got some numbers there, it should be round that way, with a tiny little rose and a bead. Nothing on the back of that one. And then there's that one. And this one in that little rose has got a tiny white seed bead. This one has got 2 leaves cut from that leaf trim that you can buy, a tiny little seed bead in pink and the word bittersweet, and then some numbers on the back. And again, this was a rusted safety pin, and this one is also going to go into that distress journal that I'm planning to make. And then this is my last one, a rose with some of that chiffon sari silk, or just a tiny snippet, 2 little pearls, and then that's the back. I mean, these are just amazing. I had so much fun. So Mountain Girl, I think your name is Angie. Thank you so much for posting that tutorial. I had the most amazing afternoon making these, and I loved every second of it. The boho beads, that was a bit of a love-hate relationship. As I did each bit, I thought, oh, I don't like this, and then I would do another bit of the boho beads, and it was a case of, oh, that's quite nice. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with how my boho beads have come out, and these, I love each and every one of them, and I definitely will be spending hours and hours of my time making more of these. Plus, you use up all this lace. I mean, it's amazing. All those tiny wee snippets that I use in collages and things like that, I can now use for these as well. So, massive win-win. So thank you everyone for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my little show and tell, and thank you for bearing with me as I got so excited. Take care everyone. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.